Introducing the ToplessTalk podcast, where we're diving deep into the world of sex and relationships. Join us as we explore the good, the bad, and the ugly, leaving no topic off limits. With your host, Ryan Nickel, we're on a mission to change 1 million lives through 1,000 episodes. In a world where vulnerability is power, we're not just talking about taking off layers. We're peeling back the layers of real experiences. Our guests, brave women who've walked through the fire, are bearing it all. Their struggles, triumphs, and everything in between. It's more than just stories. It's a roadmap for those who felt alone in their journeys. By sharing their transformation from the horrific to the heroic, these women become beacons of hope for others. Because in every tale of survival lies the potential for someone else's revival. So tune in, listen closely, and remember, ToplessTalk isn't just about shedding inhibitions. It's about finding connection in the rawness of human connection. Because when we share, we heal, we empower, and we transform. Welcome to a podcast where every story is a step towards 1 million changed lives.
Hey, welcome back. This is Ryan with ToplessTalk, and I'm here with Katlyn today. And we were just discussing off air here, just kind of how this show came about. So I just want to go ahead and do a little recap of how ToplessTalk. So a lot of times today people think like, oh, you have a topless show, and it's like, okay, that's like the first thing that people would think when they think of ToplessTalk.
Oh yeah, that's what I thought.
It's funny because we actually took a poll. We asked a bunch of people, and we got a bunch of weird responses like, oh, no, it's a political show. Oh, no, it's a show about real estate. And I'm like, how in the world do you get real estate out of that?
People think they know everything.
It's true. And so, but the way that the show really came about was, so I recently gone through a weight loss journey, and I just found like this new increased drive. And I'm like, man, I gotta get this energy out somehow. And for me, it's not a good release. I'm not into that.
It's not. It's really not.
No, it's not healthy either.
I don't know how they make so much money off of it.
The ads, because they have so many eyeballs that are like watching and looking at it.
Unreal.
Well, it is unreal how much money they make, but the truth about it is it's fake too. Like It's not real. And so for me, it was like, okay, I'm going to go to the river, and I just like to go to the river because it was a cool place. And there was this one place that I used to go to, and these hippie girls came down, and I was like, oh, okay, this is cool. And then these hippie girls as they came down, they started like undressing and getting naked. And I'm like, oh, wow, this is kind of cool. What's happening here? This is awesome. And so we actually ended up sitting down and just chatting one time. Two beautiful women, one from Israel, one from Canada.
They have a lot of trimmigrants, they call them.
You know what? That's so funny. That's exactly what they were doing.
Yeah.
And they were looking for trimmigrants. That's funny. I've never heard that term.
A lot of them from Italy, a lot of weird.
Argentina?
Yeah, they travel from far.
Well, Grand Valley's known for it, so that's what they were there for.
Yeah.
And they were just coming to just relax during.
They're way cool.
They were way cool. And so we sat there. She gave me her mango. She's like, I got some mango you want? And so we're sitting there, and I'm like, this was like my first experience of actually like sitting face to face with two beautiful women and not having to be like anything sexual.
Yeah.
And I'm like, this is totally bizarre to me, but it was so intriguing and so freeing at the same time.
Yeah, that is pretty cool. I've never had that experience, I don't think. Really, I mean, I'm gonna say every time I've been naked around a man, it was sexually. So
of course, definitely.
It's not. I've never had that experience. That'll be something to check out.
Well, it's interesting because I mentioned this to another guest another time, and she's like, anytime I show a man my, we're getting ready to have sex. And I'm like, that's crazy because I've already seen like hundreds of them, and that's never once been the case, and there's never once like I never like had a boner or anything like that. Like I'm never like sitting there fully talking to these women. It's like that doesn't happen. It's complete just casual conversations.
Yeah.
And so when the summer came to an end, I started going through some withdrawals. I'm like, oh man, I'm not getting booed. Because for me, in the relationship that I'm married, I'm committed to my relationship. I'm not going to step out on my wife. I'm not going to go have sex with someone else.
Not unless she says so.
No, even if she gave me a hall pass, I wouldn't know what to do. I mean, honestly, I'm not inexperienced in it because we were both virgins when we got married.
I'm the same way. Even if I had a hall pass, I wouldn't use it.
Yeah,
I don't feel comfortable
Well, I would have to go.
Me.
I would have to go find someone that would be worthy of it for me. Like I'm just not going to go just find a random person.
Nobody's worth it.
Yeah. And so for me, as long as I'm satisfying my desires or my eyes per se, like if I'm able to see boobs, I'm like, I'm totally cool. Like, I can look at it like a woman's breast and be like, oh, I'm satisfied. And like, I'm golden. Like just for me, like that's enough. I'm like, cool, I'm good. And I can go on my day and just, not do anything else and just be happy. And
that's awesome. That's pretty awesome.
Well, for me it is. And so like when the summer came to an end, I told my wife, I'm like, I'm kind of going through withdrawals here, honey. Like no one's going to the river anymore because it's too cold. Like no one's going to go there and like, there's the clouds are covering all the sun and the water's too cold to get into it. So I'm like, I had this crazy idea. I literally woke up from a dream about 4:00 in the morning one time. And I just like sat up, like straight up in my bed. And I just was like laughing. And my wife goes, what? I'm like, I know what I'm going to do. She's like, what? Tell me, what's so funny? I'm like, I'm going to have a topless talk show. I can talk to girls and I can have them show me their boobs and it's going to be a fantastic show. And she's like, no, that's like the stupidest idea I've ever heard. You're not going to do it. And then, here we are.
That's crazy. That's awesome. But whenever you wake up in the middle of the night and you're like, this is what I'm going to do.
It's a God thing, Yeah. It's like God told me to have girls on the show so I can look at their boobs. Like, that's a hard.
And girls are willing.
Right. Like that's a hard sell. My wife's like, that's probably not going to happen. And then, here we are. And the crazy thing about it is it's actually morphed from, me wanting to see women's boobs to like actually coming on the show and just having conversations with people and just learning, like
meeting a lot of cool different people.
Exactly. And like, what do I not know about my own personal sexuality that I can learn from someone else who has more experience than me?
That you don't have to physically find out for yourself. You can actually just talk about it.
That's exactly right.
Yeah.
There's this thing in the military. Like I was never in the military, but I have some friends that were, and they said that there's this thing that, that knowledge elevates at all levels.
Yeah.
And so if you experience something and you share it with the group, now the whole group has been elevated without having to go through that horrible, tremendous, experience.
And some people choose to take the hard road for sure.
That's right.
But it's nice to have somebody with experience. I love to talk to people that have had experiences that I have not.
Yeah. Well, and that's why we're here. So, that's it in a nutshell as far as like what this radio show has turned into. It's I can actually see like a future time when this would be like streamed across all medium, and it's just there are men that might be, or women in the similar situations that like, hey, I'm in not a relationship, but a relationship that is definitely low energy, and they're looking to spice it up. And I've come up, I haven't shared this with you. I'll share this with you now. I've come up with this analogy, and I'm sure you've seen a volcano before, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So how the volcano, like it just like is erupting and all this, like it's just spewing out all this like lava and magma and stuff.
Yeah.
And so there's 3 stages, I think, to like a relationship. And the first stage is that explosion state, like where you just can't like help just to be around that person. You just want to rip their clothes off and just like, it's like the honeymoon stage.
Yes.
But eventually that kind of dies out. It can't always be explosive. And what happens is, on a volcano, you after it explodes, you have this like lava flow that starts to come down the mountain. It's very controlled, but it's very exciting still too, because you can't get too close to it; it's going to burn you.
Yeah,
and
that's true.
And I think that's where like a healthy relationship is that you have this lava flow, and you're just like, man, it's good, it's going, it's not too crazy, it's just. It's a good flow.
Yeah.
But eventually what happens is that lava will flow all the way to the base of the mountain, and when it dries up, it becomes lava rock.
Right.
It's dormant. And what happens is that's the extinct phase where there's nothing left. There's no more power.
And it's very hard and scratchy and it's
exactly.
rough.
It's rough.
It's rough.
But what happens though is these people, myself included, we will pick up these rocks and we'll walk around with these rocks because they're memories of what we used to have. It's a memory of what the used to be like, and we're walking around with these rocks rather than putting the damn things down, climbing back up the mountain and doing the work to get back to the flow.
Right.
And that's really what this show is about. It's like, you know what? Too many of us are just going through life carrying these rocks when we just need to set those rocks down, do some work on ourselves, on our relationship, get back up to the mountain to where that's a nice steady flow, and we can get back into that path.
I agree with that a lot. I do believe that we do carry a bag of rocks.
We sure do.
And we do. We pick up these rocks from all over and we throw them in our bag, and then we just carry them around, for no good reason.
Well, there's strong memories too, though.
Yeah, that's true. But at the same time, you don't need to carry it around with you.
No, you don't.
I mean, you have it. It's yours, Nobody else is gonna use it. It's like it's your
dead.
memory.
It's extinct. Yeah, it's dead. It's completely dead. It's extinct. It has no
it's
value.
no use to nobody else.
Exactly. And you brought up a valid point I'd never really thought about before. I appreciate you for sharing that. Is they're sharp, they're jagged, they can cut, they can hurt. Like, what the hell are you carrying that around?
Yeah,
Like,
they're heavy.
Drop that.
Yeah.
And so that's I can see this as like the future of this show is that there are going to be people that can say, I can relate to that. I want to get back up the mountain. I want to climb back into that lava flow, and I want to get that passion. Obviously, you're not going to have, I've been married for 13 years. I don't kiss my wife with the same mouth I did when I first dated her.
Oh God, no.
I mean, I don't know how long you've been in your relationship.
6 years, going on 7.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I mean, you're not kissing your guy the same mouth that when you first dated,
Oh no.
Yeah, things change, and so
very much.
It doesn't mean that you still can't have a level of passion that's there.
Right. That's true. And I think it should come from both sides. I think that maybe she should step outside of her box too and just try new things. If she's uncomfortable with it, that's a different story. But
you don't know
it's
until you
always
try.
fun to try new things because you never know what you might like.
It's so funny because since this show has been airing, it's interesting because before, like I mentioned, we have sex once a week. And for me, I thought I was like, this is fantastic. I'm a stud. I'm having sex once a week, And I talked to some of my friends, and they're like, once a week, like what?
You're surprised how much sex people have, and you're like, what?
Well, so I had a coworker, right, or I had an employee, and so she was late one day, and I'm like really getting mad because we depended on her to show up.
Right.
And it was she was like, I'll be there at 10, and she didn't walk in like the door until like almost 11:30.
Oh no.
And I'm like, where the hell have you been? She was like, oh, my boyfriend, he kind of came over last night, and we had from 5 until 9. I'm like, 5 until 9 in the morning? She's like, yeah. She's like, I fucking 5 times. No, 4 times. Sorry, she's like, I fucking 4 times.
How?
Well, here I am. I'm thinking, I'm like, you had, in my mind, I'm like 4 times. So that's like from 5 until 9, that's 4 hours. So once an hour. And like, I'm thinking to myself, I'm like, you had a month's worth of sex in one morning. I'm like,
That is so true.
I was jealous,
Yes.
Not jealous of like her specifically, but jealous of like the fact that she had someone that was willing to do that with her, or that she herself was willing. And so I was I'm like, I could never get my wife to do that. Like, that is crazy. And then the more I'm talking to my wife about like these experiences, she's like, well, we have 5 kids, but it's not that she's not willing. She's just like, create the right environment for me, Ryan.
You're like,
I know. I'm like, how can I do that? So it's my problem. So it's
It
like,
is.
yeah.
Women are, okay, guys, they are like switches. They're easy to turn on, easy to turn off. Women, they need to be romanced a little and coaxed into doing this and just feel some type of way. And it's just so much more work. And I have the same problem with my husband. I'm like, you can't just expect me to be ready when you say, come on, let's go. Like, I
Jump.
don't know.
See how high. Yeah.
It's like, I'm not turned on yet, like, do something.
Right. So my wife, she's like just like you. She's like, hey,
You got to romance.
I need a little bit of romance. Let's do some like, role play. Let's get some costumes.
Yeah,
Let's get something.
Yes, I love dressing up. That's the only time I really feel sexy.
Yeah.
It's fun to do. I like to do it. I would never walk around like that in public.
Oh, no, right? Yeah.
But some people will. Some people have no problem looking like that in public.
What
And that's fine with me, but
What kind of dress up do you like to do? Like, are you like role playing? Like you're a doctor or a nurse or like a bad cop, or just like something?
Not really. Just
like a outfit.
Lingerie. I like to go to the back room or just the boutiques and just see what they have. Some things are like, oh my God. I'm like,
no imagination.
People use that?
Yeah.
But I try new things. I try something new every time we go in there. And I don't know. It's fun to do. You have to keep it interesting.
You really do. So, I mean, I appreciate you saying that. So I went to Backroom Boutique. And so for the 13th...
It's a big store.
It's huge.
I love that store.
It's a great store. So the 13th wedding anniversary, so we give each other a gift, traditional gift every year. So the 13th year is lace. And so I thought, we're going to do something really different here. So I bought her a nice lacy outfit. And then I hired a photographer, and we did a photo shoot.
That is so cool.
It was...
How'd the pictures come out?
Oh, I loved them. I absolutely loved them.
Did she like them?
She loved them, yeah. In fact,
awesome.
I saw her in a way that I've never seen her before.
Oh, yeah.
She got a little wild, if you will.
And now, a word from our sponsors.
Hello, my name is Alice Lamana, and I was given an amazing food reading from Ryan last week, and it was the most amazing thing I've actually ever experienced.
I have to be honest, I thought at first it was just kind of this scam that was unique that this guy was running to be able to just see lots of boobs on the internet. But it turned out to be actually pretty intuitive and accurate.
He was able to pick up on things that I've known about myself, but that I haven't voiced out loud to anybody.
He explained things that I didn't share with him, and the connections make sense to me. It helped me learn a little bit more about how my body stores energy that I'm experiencing.
I was shocked. Couldn't believe some of the things that he had said.
I would highly recommend Ryan.
Oh my gosh, I highly recommend it.
Try it. See what happens. See what you find out about yourself.
I just had a boob reading with Ryan, and I want to highly recommend that you do also.
Now, back to our Topless Talk interview with Ryan Nickel.
And I'm like, whoa, check this out. And I hired a female photographer on purpose because I wanted her to feel comfortable.
Right.
And this female photographer was just amazing. Her name is it's Katlyn Billingsley, and she's out of Chico. And I absolutely just adore her and her work. But it brought out a part of my wife that I'm like, oh, I love this part. Like I'm starting to see like more energy starting to like blossom out of her.
Oh, I bet she was loving it.
Well,
that's awesome.
She did. And then for Christmas, I don't know if you've heard of chat books, but you can take your pictures and you can create a book. And so what I did was I created a hardbound book.
Oh, yeah, I did that for my daughters. Yep.
Okay, so I gave her our session in a book form.
That's so cool.
For Christmas, and I'm like, make sure you open this by yourself, for your eyes only, because I don't want our daughter to be like, "What's that, Mom?" You know.
I want to read.
Yeah. But just when you go through that and you look through the memories that we created from the pictures, it's like, wow, like
pictures are very important.
They are, and it brings back a lot of the same feelings that we had, and so it's a good little aphrodisiac, if you would, or a little teaser. And it's so true that what you said, because women are like, men are like switches. My wife often refers to it like as a microwave. She's like, men are like microwaves, women are like ovens. It takes a long time for us to heat up.
That's a good analogy. I love that.
Yeah.
That's very, very true.
And so like sometimes I'm turning the oven on and I'm like, damn, I gotta wait here 20 minutes for this thing to heat up,
You gotta preheat.
Yeah.
You definitely have to preheat. Yeah, it just feels like a chore, like because guys are always ready. I mean, it don't take much.
For the most part. Well, here's the crazy thing about this. So this just happened just last night. So we just got done watching Cobra Kai. I don't know if you watched it or not. It's like this. From Karate Kid.
Yeah, I've been watching that. That's an awesome series.
It is. So we just finished.
I got stuck on it the other night, and I'm like, what is this? And I go, I know that guy. And finally, I got the backstory of it, and I was like, that's so cool.
So she has a man crush on Johnny Lawrence. He's like the guy that's like, sweep the leg, Johnny.
Yeah.
And so for her 40th birthday last year, I got her a signed autograph picture of his name is William Zabka. And so I gave her a signed picture from William. And anyway, so we watched the show. And every time she watches it, she gets turned on because she loves this 60-year-old man. I'm like, okay, that's her old man crush. And like, this is the crazy part. So we binged it last night and we watched it, and there was a lot of sexual tension between several of the different characters and stuff like that. And they left this cliffhanger. So we go to bed and I'm tired, and I don't know that she's actually in the mood. I should have thought about this, a little bit more, because she saw her man crush, and there's this sexual tension from like the show. So she's kind of in the mood already.
That's cool.
So her oven's already preheated. Yep. So we go to bed and I'm out. Like, I fall asleep like within minutes, and then we woke up.
Oh, she's upset.
Well, she wasn't so upset, but I woke up this morning and I'm like, I don't know what happened, but I had a dream about some random girl giving me a blowjob, and she's like, That's interesting. Because now she's realizing that I too had this energy as well, but I didn't communicate it with her, and I went to bed. I just fell asleep because when I hit the pillow, I'm out. And she's like, "Well, I tried to play footsies with you for about 5 to 10 minutes, just trying to get you to wake up, and you weren't available. Yeah, you weren't available for me." And I'm like, "You telling me that you were ready?" And I obviously had some unconscious desire because I'm having these sexual dreams.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
and you wonder why.
My one time this week just got spoiled,
Oh my gosh. That's funny.
Well, then my question though is to you is like, how do you, like, when you're in the mood, because you said a traditional woman, it takes you longer to be turned on. Like, how do you let your husband know, like, hey, this is something I'm interested in tonight, or is it just like,
a lot of the times it's just like, do you want to have sex?
You say that to him?
Oh yeah.
Oh, okay.
And then it's like, sometimes it's like that, but sometimes it's passionate, and sometimes it's just nice to have a little bit of passion sometimes and it not be so...
Just two bodies having sex and being done with it, yeah.
Because we don't have a lot of sex. But the sex we do have is good.
That's good.
And I like that. I would rather have good quality sex.
Quality over quantity?
Yeah. Seriously, like, I would rather have good quality sex instead of just all the time. I don't know. It's not all it's cracked up to be. I mean, it is, but I don't know.
Well, it depends though, because if you're not being pleased, like if you're not being able to climax, then it's like, what's the point? You were there for him, but he wasn't there for you.
Well, and I tell my husband, you're the best I've ever had, and he is. And
what makes it so good? Like, what makes it so, like, the quality so special?
I have no idea. I think it's because
you're comparing it to something else you've had before.
Well, yeah. Maybe that's my problem. I'm comparing it to. Maybe that's why it's so good.
You're like, oh, epiphany. Here we go. I've had some.
Wait
before.
A minute. Yeah. But it's true. I have had just a lot of. I don't know. I guess fake sex. I guess you could say.
Yeah.
Just
were you faking
sex? Or I've never really had one night stands. I've only ever had like relationships. So I went from one long relationship to another.
Right.
And I mean, when I first started having sex, I would have to get undressed under the covers.
Oh, wow.
And with the light off and all those. I had all these rules. I was 16, but I had the same boyfriend for 4 years.
Yeah.
All through high school, I had the same boyfriend. So
he would have sex with you. You would allow him to have sex, but not see you naked.
Yeah, I would make him turn off the light, and I would have to get under the covers, and I'd have to get undressed under the covers.
No peeking. Yeah. Well, you could stick it in, but no peeking.
Yeah. And I wouldn't get up like naked and be like standing there. I mean, he was a big guy. He was a big, like 250 pounds.
Oh my God.
Yeah, he was a big dude, and I was I enjoyed his size because I was self-conscious about my size.
Yeah.
So it made me feel good about myself. And
everybody wants to be loved,
He was just a big guy, a big teddy bear guy. And so I don't know why I was so self-conscious. I don't know why I was so embarrassed or shy, because he wasn't.
Right.
But I just was. And I had all these rules.
That's so funny though, because we do have these rules. You're so right though. I mean, like I grew up in a very religious environment. Yet here I am, like sneaking into my bathroom to look at porn. And then jerk off at like 15, 16 years old. But at the same time, like with an attractive girl. Case in point, there's this girl. Her name was Tila, and I had the hardest crush on Tila. And Tila had lost her virginity to a guy named Dave, and Dave was just like a man's man, like from in high school, like just rocked her world. And then he dumped her, and then I came along. I was just kind of like the leftovers. Like I'm like, oh hi, like a nice guy kind of. I was the simp,
The rebound.
Total rebound, just like nice guy. And I loved her because of like she was tall, she was thin, and she was racked. I mean, she had like. She probably was like size F. I don't know, but she was a skinny girl.
Wow.
And I was in love with her boobs.
And they were real.
They were real. I mean, she's in high school. I mean, who gets a in high school, right? And I remember one time when we were kissing, and it was really passionate. And I'm like, in my mind thinking, I'm like, this is all I can do. I can't do anything else because I'm a religious boy. And
you were really set on that, huh?
Well, I was like,
is that because that's
That's how I was raised.
What, your parents?
My parents were the same way. They both were virgins when they got married.
And you really wanted to stick to that tradition?
I didn't know anything else other than like I was going to go to hell if I didn't. Like I was going to.
Poor thing.
I know, right? Well, check this out. So like, after about like 2 weeks of us dating, and this I was like, I think I was a junior in high school. She just straight up tells me, she's like, "Look, you know what? I like you a lot. You're a really nice guy, but I've had sex before, and I really want it really bad again. And I know that you're not the guy that gave it to me, and I don't want to corrupt you." And she's like, there's several times because we'd be at home with her at her house because her mom worked, and her mom was a single mom, and she was just by herself, and she's just like, "Look, I want to do more than just kiss." And I was like, oh, you know? And so these rules, you know, good or bad, I'm not making any kind of moral judgment
Everybody's are different.
They are different.
Everybody's are different.
Yeah. And so my rules like said, I can't go past kissing. And so I missed out on a lot of opportunities growing up. And even into my teens, like I didn't get married until I was like late 20s.
I wouldn't say you missed out. They're experiences, a lot of them.
they probably could have been, but I mean, I say I missed out because I would have loved to have seen her. That's just me as an adolescent being honest. I'm like, there was like, I mean, straight up here, like, I remember one time, like in my early 20s, I'm like, I wonder where she's at. I'm going to go Facebook stalk her because maybe she has like a picture of her in a bathing suit or something like that. Like this kind of like, you know, just desperate man. Like, you know, I recognize it now because I was like, man, I was really depressed because I'm looking for like some person like in like my relationship isn't satisfying me, so I'm gonna go back into like
20 years later
look at someone on Facebook that at least like that I remember had, you know, a nice set of and I'm just like, you know, maybe I can like see something on Facebook, and I'm like, who the hell does that? Like, what kind of like weekend man does that?
We've all done it.
You know what I mean?
We've all done it.
And so going back everybody does, and
everybody does it,
and but the whole point is like, okay, how can I be satisfied now in the relationship so that I don't have to like go and Facebook stalk some girl that like, you know, rejected me a long time ago?
That's so true. And that's kind of good that you're aware that you're curious on how you can, that you're open about your sexuality for one.
Right.
And that you're open to your wife about what you want and what you don't have and what you need. And I think that she's definitely going to have to hold your hand and take some journeys with you. Because
to say politely.
Because she signed up for it.
Right.
So.
Well, I mean, I can honestly tell you what exactly would have happened. Like, let's just play this out with Tila, like that example. Like, let's just say we were kissing, it was very passionate. She takes off her top. She undoes her bra.
You wouldn't have been enough for her.
No, I definitely would have not been enough for her. And the reason why is because when I was inexperienced, she'd been with a quote unquote a real man. I would have saw her boobs and be like, oh,
it would have been over.
I'm over. I'm satisfied. Yeah. I'm done. You know, it's almost like without that even happening. It's like you look at it, you're like, oh, I'm spent. You know, it's like.
But I think the first time me and my husband had sex, it was over so quick. I was like, are you serious? And then he was like, sorry. I'm like,
right.
Oh my God. And it kind of made me feel good because that hadn't happened in years.
Well, that's a compliment to you, definitely.
I had already had a child, and I was a single mom, and it was like, win for me, you know. I don't know. Well, no, it made me feel good about myself because I don't know. I was going through some stuff, but
well, no, it should. I mean, if you were
that's a compliment,
that good,
honestly.
Yeah, it is.
When you think about it, it is a compliment.
You know, someone told me that because there are times where like I'll last for like, I don't know, 4 or 5 minutes, and there are times where I'm just like 30 seconds. I'm like, oh God, I'm done. And I was talking to somebody, and they're like, that's only round 1. Why do you have to give up?
I know. I ask that question a lot, but I'm done after round 1 too. I always ask him like, you're done, you know, or whatever. And then, I don't know, when I'm done after round 1 too. I don't know. When people tell me they just have sex for hours and hours and hours, and I'm like, how?
See, I don't understand that either.
I'm not the one to just lay around, lounge around all naked, like, and just be like that all day long. You know what I mean? Like, I got to do.
Yeah, like I got a life, you know. Yeah. Well, I think that goes back to like the explosion, you know, when we're talking about the volcano, like that's the explosion aspect of it, where it's like it's just this passion like excitement at not more, like more than excitement, like it's just like exploding everywhere where you're just like, you just can't wait for that next round to get ready.
It just does depend on how much time you have and
That's true,
what
too.
your life is like and what kind of person you are, honestly.
Yeah.
I'm just not the type of person to be lounging around all day.
Looking at your watch like, all right, you ready?
Yeah,
Are you ready yet? No, you're not ready? Okay,
I'm ready
come
to
on.
put my clothes back on.
Yeah, like I'm going to go to sleep now.
Yeah, I'm the type of person that sleeps with my bra on. I always have.
Yeah.
And I just am not, I don't know.
See, my wife sleeps with a t-shirt with no
I'm
bra.
not really comfortable being like that. You know what I mean? Like all out there. Like, I don't know.
So you're the kind of woman that wears a bra no matter what all the time in your house.
Yeah, pretty much.
That's totally cool. My wife, like, she'll wear a bra only when she goes out.
Oh, really?
And if she's dressed for the day, I mean, she's not gonna come home and like take it off and stuff like. But like if
my boobs are big, and it's like if I don't have a bra on, I have to. Which they say that if you don't wear a bra, you're actually perkier because
it causes the muscles. Yeah.
Yeah, and I think about that sometimes, and I'm like, maybe I should just take this bra off. And then when I take the bra off, I'm just like, no. I can't. I
bet you your husband would like it.
Yeah, that's probably true.
Because
he notices every time.
Oh, I do too.
Every single time
when my
I don't
wife
have
was
one
like,
on.
I'm like, oh, she's not wearing one right now. I'm gonna go behind her and give her a nice little hug, and let my hands kind of work their way up,
Like, last night I got out of the shower and I didn't have a bra to put on with me, so I just put my tank top on and my little sweater, and I put these little suspenders on.
Oh my gosh!
And this little bow tie that are for Valentine's Day.
Uh-huh.
And I went out there and he was like, oh my God.
You're ready to get it on.
What are you doing? And he just laughed at me. He just thought it was funny. And I was like,
oh no, you were in the mood a little bit.
A little bit.
Yeah.
I was actually trying to be funny, but then when he didn't take it how I expected him to, yeah, I was kind of hurt.
So that you bring up a good question, and this is something that I've often wondered, like how do couples who are in a relationship and they're committed to each other, but then when one person wants it and they don't get what they're looking for, or unintentionally, like their partner or their husband or spouse, whatever, like offends them unintentionally, of course, like you were trying to be sexy and funny at the same time, and he didn't do it. Like how do you deal with that kind of rejection? Like, I mean, I think men get rejected more than women do, but when the woman gets rejected, like how do you deal with that?
Oh, it's hard on us.
Yeah.
It really does. It makes us sad. We're sad.
Do you ever
After that, we feel very unwanted. We feel ugly. We feel all these things at one time.
That's rough because I mean, men are used to the rejection. I mean, we'll go to the bars or whatever and like see a woman like, hey, want to do something? Like, no. Like, okay, fine, next.
They expect everybody to say no.
Right, until you find the lucky one, right?
Right.
But when women do it, I mean,
we expect everybody to say yes.
Of course you do.
So it's the exact opposite. We basically expect everybody to say yes. You're a woman, and that's
stereotypical,
yeah.
But it's true though. I mean, for example, let's say you're an attractive woman, I'm an attractive man. If we both went out to the same, let's say that I went out to say 50 women, and I asked every single one of these women. Well, I'm not going to ask them to have sex because that's not what I do. I like to see boobs. So,
well, you're right.
But if I asked, all 50 of them, like, can I see your boobs? Can I see your boobs? They all 50 would flat out tell me no. Like,
yeah,
no. I mean,
probably most of them.
Most of them. But if you went out to 50 men and you said, hey, I really want to have sex, how many men would you have to ask before you finally would find one?
Probably not that many.
No, right? I mean, because women control the relationship.
It just depends, I think, on who you ask. I mean, I try not to be disrespectful because a lot of people are in relationships, and I don't want to cross that line.
Well, no, but this is more of like an experiment. Obviously, you wouldn't do it, but it's just an experiment. Like,
right. It wouldn't take that many.
Oh,
pretty much all of them would be like, I'm down.
Let's go right now. You got your place or mine.
Yeah. Yeah.
So you're right though, because that rejection is so it's so infrequent for women.
It's so deep for women. It's hard on
your psyche.
Yeah, kind of.
Well, so my wife last night, she was playing footsies, and I'm like, oh, she wanted it last night. I'm like, hold on to that energy till tonight, can you? I mean, that's a long thing to ask, and like that's sometimes like she'd be like hinting early in the morning, or I'll like be kind of like teasing her sex, and hoping that energy will last until the end of the day. Well, usually
why does it have to last till the end of the day?
Well, because we don't have with the kids in the middle of the daytime. We just never have sex at the daytime. It's always after the kids are in bed when we're both extremely tired, like last night.
I know that kind of
it ruins
sucks.
it. It does suck. Yeah, I would love to in the moment just
I used to be like that, and I
throw on the floor in the kitchen. You know,
I kind of stopped doing that. Yeah, you get mom and daddy need 5 minutes.
Your dad
you know,
needs
it's
5
not like
minutes,
it takes a whole lot of time.
No, well,
You know, and
that's the thing though. Like if it's, but you're going back to the whole thing. Like it takes you a while to be turned on.
well, right. But if you're in the mood, and you might as well
Just
get it while it's hot, instead it'll be like, hold that thought for all day long.
It's impossible because like I'll build it up in my head. I like this huge old thing. Like I'm like, yes, I'm getting late tonight. I'm getting late tonight. And then
then you're so tired you don't even want to. At the end of the day,
so that'll happen too. Or like something stupid will set my wife off. Like my daughter would be like, she like didn't pick up her clothes, or someone got into a fight and she's in a bad mood. And so like now I'm all trying to get ready and she's just like, no, not gonna happen right now. I'm pissed off. The kids didn't go to bed on time. And I'm like, oh, man, why? Why does it? So now I'm resenting her.
Yes.
And then that carries over to the next morning where I'm pissed and I'm like, or it turns into this little thing. She's like, okay, fuck it. She's like, I'll give you a hand job and we'll be done. And I'm like, what is this all about? So like, sometimes it just turns into like a little a little hand service and you're done. And I'm like, man, this is like nothing. This is not good.
Yeah, I do that sometimes. That's so funny that you guys do that too, because
you're like
sometimes I don't want to get undressed.
I know. See, this is the reality. This is real life. This is what happens.
And he's cool with that.
Who wouldn't be? Come on now.
I know. Like I want a hand job once in a while.
Well, he should be able to do that for you.
I'm just saying, like,
yeah.
How come you always get the hand jobs, and how come? I don't get that. He expects, when he pulls his pants down, he expects me to be like, oh yes, take me here now, and it's like
slay me with that,
like that.
Yeah.
He's just.
But if you pulled your pants down, he'd be all over you.
All over me.
And so he's treating you like he would want to be treated, which is completely different because we are completely different.
Yeah, he's still learning that we don't work like that.
You got to teach the man.
Yeah, he's younger than me. He's 5 years younger than I am.
How old are you?
So I am 33.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so when we met, he was like 22.
Oh, wow.
And I was like 25 or 6. And, and I already had a kid and all that.
Uh-huh.
And he still lived with his mom. And I had my own house and my own job and my own kid. And
so what was attracted to you about this man? Because, I mean, apparently you were the one that provided everything in the relationship that's of value that women look for.
I know. We met through a mutual friend, and this mutual friend was renting a room for me because I had a 3-bedroom house and it was just me and my daughter.
Yeah.
And so he rented a room, and he would work all week, and he would drive to Santa Cruz, but he only needed a room for the weekend. So he paid $200 a month to rent my extra room out just for the weekends.
Yeah.
And he could do whatever he wanted there, because my daughter was with her dad on the weekends. So it worked out. Well, one weekend, me and him drove to Santa Cruz, and we picked up my now husband, and he came with us, and we all came back down to my house, and he never left. He's all, whose house is this? And I'm all, mine. And he's all, who do you live here with? And I'm like, nobody. My daughter. Like, what do you mean? He's all, whose car is that? I'm all, mine.
He's thinking like,
he was like,
I got myself a cougar. No.
Yeah, like I had a cute little house, and I had a whole life. Like, my car was parked in the driveway. We took his car to Santa Cruz, so it was like,
wow,
whose car is that? And mine. And then I told him, I'm not going to be with you if you don't have a job.
Right?
Like, you don't have a job, it's a no-go. And so he got a job.
Did he just like go and find like any job just to check it off the list?
I think his brother-in-law hooked him up with like a job, like a tractor driving job.
Okay, yeah.
So he had the hookup on a job, but
he just wanted to mark it off the list so he could be with you.
He was like, he came down for like a week and never left. Went back up, got his truck, got all of his stuff, and came back. And
wow, is he still driving the same tractor? Is he doing something else now?
Oh God, no. He's been through
a million jobs.
No, not really a million. he had that job for a while, and then what did he do? Oh, then he worked at a sawmill, and that was his favorite job. He worked at a lumber yard.
Yeah.
And then he does demo now, so it's like, general labor,
Construction stuff. Yeah.
But me, I'm food industry, customer service.
I can see that you have a very pleasant personality.
Yeah, I do event coordinating. I did for a long time, which is a lot of detail orientated, and he's not real picky on the details, so it works out. I do.
You run the household.
Yeah,
for
basically,
sure.
And I like it like that.
Well, you have a daughter too. You got to make sure that the household runs smooth. She runs smooth.
I have two daughters. Me and him he got me pregnant within 3 months, so it was just like just the way it worked out.
Yeah, no, for sure.
Yeah, it's weird because I still love him. I probably love him more now than I did when I first met him.
Right.
And I'm not tired of him. It's weird because, I don't know, I feel like you get tired of some people sometimes.
Right.
I never get tired of him.
Well, that's interesting because there's two different kinds of like relationships that happen. One is where you start off as friends and then it kind of, slowly grows into like a sexual attraction. Mm-hmm. And then usually what happens is if the sexual attraction wears out, you can't go back to being friends. And so you have to almost like hate the person and cut it off really tight. And then there's the other kind of relationship that happens is like you're sexually attracted to the person and then it grows into a friendship, a bond, a love.
Yeah, and that's kind of what happened. And he's my ride or die.
There you are. See, that's how my wife is. Like there was a lot of attraction. Like I found her on the internet.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I was living in Idaho and she was living in Sacramento, and I saw her and I'm like, damn, that girl has big boobs. I want to get to know her. I mean, it's true to who I am. That's awesome. That's what it is, And it's come to find out that the pictures was quite deceiving. There was a different angle and stuff like that. So, I mean, she's very attractive. Yeah, she's very attractive to look at. I'm not complaining at all.
That's awesome.
But I literally sold my house and my business, and I moved from Idaho to Sacramento to be with her.
Wow, and that's a commitment.
It was a commitment, but it was like I fell in love with
that's awesome.
Like her and the attraction, and then we became really good friends. Like she is like truly my best friend.
Oh yeah.
And that's where we're at. It's like
Did you guys get to know each other really well online? Or?
I did. I fell in love with her personality. She's a very smart, witty woman. And so we were chatting back and forth, texting, and
she's quick, huh?
Very quick, yes. And it's funny because like sometimes I miss that quickness because when you're flirting, when you're dating somebody, you're always on your A game.
Oh yeah.
You always want to be like on point, always saying these things. And now that you're married, like I'll quit, like I'll go and like say something like flirty to her, and she'll be like, huh, or she'll say back to me, and I'll go over my head, or I'm not paying attention, and it kind of sucks.
Yeah.
Because you're trying to still keep that passion, that romance alive. But you just become so comfortable with each other that you just are
like whatever
comfortable. Exactly. And so, this show is really, if anything, I can tell you this show has really caused her to realize that let me back up here. So she does CrossFit. She's very fit. And she's doing CrossFit, and one of her friends was she overheard one of her friends talking to another person, because we just bought a house, and she's going to go clean the house because she does house cleaning and stuff like that. And she's like, "Oh yeah, I'm gonna go clean the house for Christine and her husband Ryan." And she's like, "Have you met her? Have you met Ryan?" And my wife is listening, and she's like, "Yeah, I met him." She's like, "I know, he's fucking hot, huh?" And my wife was just like just listening to this, and she comes home and she shares it with me, and I'm like, "How'd that make you feel?" She's like, "Fantastic." And I'm like, "Oh, good for you. That's amazing." So
that means she trusts you.
Well, she totally trusts me.
Well, that's awesome.
Well, I tell her everything. I mean, there's nothing that she doesn't know.
That's how we are.
Yeah.
I trust him wholeheartedly.
That's beautiful. But one thing this show has done is she's seeing it and she's hearing it from other people, is that there's this appeal that I have, or that I've recently have garnered, because I wouldn't say that I've always had it. I would say that I was kind of a dad bod, like just kind of like just real, just beta male, kind of just like, hey, what's up, guys, like taking the back seat in life and in my relationships and everything. Whereas now, it's almost, she's not competing because there's no competition, because I'm loyal and faithful to her. But the fact that other people find me attractive makes her more want to be more attractive to me.
Oh yeah.
If you know what I mean. Like she's definitely
makes her want to step up her game a little bit.
She's stepped up her game. I'll walk home now and like if she's doing the dishes or she's like doing something with the kids, I walk in the door from work and she comes over, she stops what she's doing, comes up, it's like, "Hi, I'm so glad you're home," gives me a hug and a kiss. I'm like, where's this been all my life, you know?
Yeah.
And so yeah, things are definitely changing and I'm loving it. So the show has definitely been a step in the right direction.
That's awesome. That's really awesome. I will say when you hear another woman saying things about your man and you're like and you trust him wholeheartedly,
Yeah.
it makes you feel good. But if you don't, it's a whole nother feeling. It's a whole different ball game.
That's so true. And it's like, okay, you know, that I think this is why I've been able to go as far as I have with this show and with, you know, going to the river and doing all the things that I'm doing. Because she trusts me, but she also allows me to.
Do you go by yourself?
I do go by myself. Yeah.
She doesn't go with you?
No, I've tried to get her to come several times. She's not as confident in her skin as I am.
But she does
body like weightlifting.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think she's a very attractive woman.
Wow.
She's just that confidence is not there. And I can tell you, like, I remember the first time I ever got naked, I was like looking around the rocks, like checking, like looking in the bushes, making sure like no one was peeking on me because I did it completely like by myself. Oh yeah, I was like very, very insecure. And then after I did it the first time, I was like, I can do this in front of people. And sure enough, I was like, no problem.
My parents, they are into those. They've gone to a few.
I probably know them.
Tahoe. No, they would go in Tahoe, I believe, or something like that. I'm not really sure where they would go, but they love it. They love it.
There's, you know, once you do it, it's really difficult to go back. There's such a freeing spirit about it. And then the people that you're with, like,
and I'm like, my dad likes to do that. My mom's like, oh yeah.
Well,
I'm like,
I mean, come on, you're asking a guy.
That's weird.
You like to see naked people? Oh, of course I do.
Oh, it's so funny. He's so conservative to me, and it's like, who is that?
You know, that's funny because this is where we're at with our kids because our kids don't know that I have this show.
Oh, really?
No, the kids don't. And my wife is like...
And they're old enough to know.
My daughter actually does know. I take that back. My daughter knows. She's like, that's cool. And she's like, my friends at school are going to love...
How does she feel about it?
I don't think she knows the intent, like the full extent of what it is. She just knows it's called ToplessTalk. She's like, oh, the boys at school are going to love this. So she understands that aspect of it, you know?
The topless part.
The topless part, yeah. My wife, I mean, one of the things that my wife has said, she's like, look, I want you to be able to do something that I'm proud of, that I can go and tell my friends anywhere about what you do.
Is this not one of them?
This is not one of them. She can't go to church and say, yeah, my husband has a topless show.
It's not a topless
I know
show.
it's not. I know it's not. I mean, you're clothed, you know?
I would say that. I mean,
it's not a topless show.
When you say, she could say it different.
Well, that's the thing is, and I told her this. I said, look, the name is ToplessTalk, and that's, you know, how it originally came. But it's topless because it's very revealing. It's like nothing is off limits, and we just talk about sexuality, relationships, and it's all open conversation.
I just love how in your post you were like, "There's no."
Well, I don't want people to come here with the wrong idea. You know, I don't want jealous husbands.
You don't want them showing up topless, and you don't want, yeah.
I mean, I wouldn't mind kidding. That. You know what I'm saying? But I don't want, like, you know, jealous husbands, like, you know, tracking me down, like, you know, that I'm trying to like seduce their wives away or something like that. You
just never know.
Yeah.
Have you ever had that happen to you?
No.
Okay.
No. I doubt it. I mean, you know.
And now, a word from our sponsors.
There's been a lot of trauma in my marriage, in my experience, and in my husband's past. I was seeking healing in whatever capacity I was able to encounter it. I came across Ryan, and we decided to go forward and planned for a session. Then we met at for Ed's office for a counseling for a session, which began with counseling. And the counseling component itself was pretty impressive. It was very thorough with seeing me, and really I felt very seen in my whole experience, so he could see what direction I was ready to move in and from what perspective I was coming from. It felt like a very unexpected healing experience that I embraced. It came to me, and it was an opportunity for me to exercise my adult consent in a safe place. I feel grounded in my healing journey, and I look forward to continuing that journey and of healing and growth. I have a lot of gratitude for Ryan and the work that he's done for me.
Now, back to our Topless Talk interview with Ryan Nickel.
This is no, actually, I take that back. There was I experimented with this. I'm like, how, because we're trying to get the episode number up, and so I saw this. I'm a boyfriend girlfriend. They're homeless, and they're on the side of the road, and I was getting gas, and they had like a little sign that said, hungry, even $1 helps. And so I'm pumping my car with gas, and so while I was pumping, I walk over to him. I'm like, hey, I don't have any cash on me right now. I just I carry my cards, but I'm like, I have cash in my studio. I have a recording studio. If you want to come on down here, I'll interview you guys. It's just it's a talk show. It's called Topless Talk. Don't worry, you don't have to get nude or anything like that. It's a show about sex and relationships. And the girl's like, yes. She snatched my card, and the boyfriend's like,
I don't know about that.
Yeah, we'll think about it. Yeah. So then, as I'm leaving, I'm pulling out of the parking lot. I'm like, bro, I'm serious. I got money. I can help you guys out. I'm not gonna just give you money for free though. If you want to just come be interviewed. And the girl goes, yes, let's go right now. And the guy goes, bro, no, he doesn't say bro. He's like, homie, you just caused a relationship problem, man. Now me and my old lady are fighting now because she wants to go and I don't want her to go. I just need you and get your car and just get out of here, okay, man? I don't need you to give me the kind of drama in my life. And I'm like, wow, dude, like. Totally insecure, man.
That is crazy.
Totally insecure, trying to dominate
There's
this.
a lot of men like that around here.
Yeah, and I'm like, was it a sleazy move to do? I really don't know. I'm trying to help somebody out with some cash. I mean, if you're fucking homeless and I'm like, this guy's going to give you $50 or whatever.
And
like,
get your ass up and do the interview.
Yeah.
Like,
and I mean, are you afraid that I'm going to take down your girl
your
or something
girl,
like that?
yeah.
I'm like, not even close. So
it's not some big orgy.
No, it's definitely not that. And so that was kind of like, I'm like, all right, bro. I mean, I'm trying to help you out, but at the same time, I'm not going to encourage you to panhandle on the street.
Exactly. And you know what? I have talked to a few of those people, and they make $400 sitting outside those grocery stores.
Dude, you don't even know. I have got a buddy. So that I was in Arizona, and I used to live there. And for Halloween, I had a buddy, and he dressed up as a homeless man for Halloween. And he stood there for 2.5 hours off the freeway and made literally $300.
I am no joke. Sitting, these guys.
They got it made. You know what I'm saying?
That is, I can't bring myself to do that. I would never do that. I don't care how poor I am. You're not going to catch me sitting outside a store asking or begging for money.
Yeah.
I'll get my ass up and work for it, or nothing. I will get my ass up and work for it.
Yeah,
I just can't do it. I couldn't do it. I couldn't sit there with the sign. I couldn't sit there with my little dog. I just couldn't do it.
Right. So
I know this lady, she would get her kids all scruffed up and have them go with her to sit out there.
What?
Come on, we're going to this store. Come on, we're going to this store.
We're going to work.
Yeah. And I'm just like, what the
what are you teaching these kids,
Yes.
man? Yeah.
I'm just like, wow.
I mean, I guess you're teaching that people do have compassion and humanity and stuff like that, and they're going to be able to give you, charitable acts of service like that. They're going to give you some money and stuff.
Shame on you for not
teach them good hard work ethic. Yeah, because you're thinking that you're gonna, you're not gonna build a sustainable lifestyle off the backs of other people.
Yeah, then I'm like, how much
you
you get when you stand there? Oh, $300-$400. I'm like, damn.
I know, right? Yeah,
it's crazy.
And you and I have to go to work and bust our butt to make it.
Like, Jesus, I did not expect to hear that.
No, it's true though, and I mean, so I was trying to help them out. Give them some cash. Give them, I mean, $50 would have been. I mean, I don't know what that would do for a homeless person.
That's a good deal.
I mean, I don't know if
it's a good deal. You don't
drugs
see
or
that
whatnot.
every day. Usually it's a few dollars here. You buy a burger, you buy a coffee, or buy a beer.
Yeah.
And then you get a few more dollars. It just goes as fast as it comes.
Yeah. But I mean, the fact that his girl was like, willing to jump in my car so easily.
Oh yeah, she was probably trying to get away
from that guy. Yeah. I mean, he probably, who knows what he does to her, So.
I'm just saying, when they're like that, yeah.
It makes me feel bad now to think about it. I mean, who knows?
She was probably trying to get
a cry for help.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, cry for help. Mm-hmm. So I'm like, hey, you know what? I didn't even think about that until now. I'm just like, she could. I mean, he was quite a bit older than her. She probably was in her early 20s. He was late 30s. I mean, it might have been a very unhealthy relationship.
Because those controlling, very insecure men are very controlling.
Yeah.
And it's, especially when they're out in public, it's so disgusting the way they treat their women. I just hate that. Like, oh, you fight with my old lady. You're making me fight with my old lady. No, you're fighting.
I'm like, I offered you guys an opportunity to make money,
I know.
and you're turning it into a fight, bro.
No wonder you're sitting out here begging for money because you're not willing to do anything. Yeah.
I mean, I do drive a nice car, so he probably was threatened by that. But I'm like, bro, dude, I'm not gonna go after a homeless chick. I mean, you
can keep her.
Yeah, I'm like, you've heard my story. I mean, if anything, if she came on here and she's like, oh, topless show, I'll show you my boobs. I'd be like, okay, I'm done, thanks. Like that'd be the end of it. Like you've heard my story. Like that's all I.
He would probably come unglued.
Oh, he would be nuts, dude. I'd be like getting in a brawl with a guy. So yeah, it's probably a good thing they never showed up.
Yeah, for sure.
But I mean, I just gotta say, I appreciate you coming on the show. You've been a great guest. This is this has been really, really fun. Question for you: what is your number one tip? Like, what is your favorite position, or your favorite way to turn on your man, or your favorite way to be turned on that some of our listeners can gain from your experience?
I would say,
I know I'm putting you on the spot.
Preheat the oven.
Preheat the oven. Yeah. So what is your favorite way to be preheated?
I think I'm a toucher.
Okay.
I like to be touched. I like the hands. I like to be touched, and I could live without all the kissing. It's overrated, but I love the feel of his hands. And he
has like good, strong, manly hands because he's a construction worker.
And I just like to be touched by him. It's because we're not touchy-feely people. Like, when we're walking out in public, we're not holding hands and stuff. We're just not like that.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. I just love it when he touches me. And it don't take much after that.
Yeah. When you, are you familiar with, like, the 5 love languages?
I've heard of them.
So yeah, one of them is touch. People love to be touched. Like, that's my love language. Like, I love to be touched. I love it when my wife touches me, but my wife is not a very touchy-feely person.
Yeah, I'm not very touchy-feely either.
But you like to receive it.
Yes.
Yes. So like, I'll walk around, like I'll like, I'll squeeze her butt or something like that, or I'll give her a hug and let my hand work its way up and like, grab her or something like that.
I love that.
As I'm hugging her, like if she's doing the dishes or something like that, I'll maybe kiss her neck. Sometimes she likes it.
It'd be all over for.
Well, see, sometimes she's like, oh, thanks, and then other times she's like, get off me, I'm working here, and like she doesn't like it, and I'm like, I'm expressing my language, but it's not her language. Her language is gifts, so I give her chocolate. So every I have a programmed in my phone every 6 weeks to either buy her chocolates, mail her a card in the mail because she loves to receive cards in the mail, or buy her flowers. And so
you're a really thoughtful person.
Oh, my phone is the thoughtful person because it reminds me.
So you are very thoughtful to her. He don't do nothing like that. He's not really thoughtful. Like, he doesn't really. I mean, he can probably tell you a few things that I like, but he don't do things that. I don't know.
The romance
weird.
part of it, yeah.
Yeah. Like the pictures, that's so awesome. I would love to do that. Such a good idea.
Yeah, well, that's her love language is gifts. And so I want to be able to, like, if I died, like tomorrow or today, and she would have all these memories of the gifts that I gave her
awesome.
That she would be able to carry around. Yeah. When you said you like your husband touching you, said you like hands. Do you like his hands, or do you like him to touch your hands?
No, don't touch my hands.
Oh, get your hand off my hand.
I like his hands.
Yeah.
On me, on my body, anywhere.
So he can like put his hand on your shoulder and you're like, that's it, let's go?
No. Well, for the most part, pretty much. If he takes the time to come and make a gesture, make that kind of gesture.
So it's the intent behind the touch, not the touch
right.
itself. Okay.
It's
so the touch is not the part, it's the emotion that he emotes when he touches you.
Well, yeah, because he's the type of guy that you just go. He's like, I don't know, he gets sidetracked a lot. So he's going here and going there. You know what I mean? And I just do whatever I do. So we're not like very romantic. We're not romantic at all. And it bothers me a little now that you say those things. But we're just not romantic.
All right, where's the Kleenex? Hang on.
And I wish we were, but it's just I'm not really touchy-feely, lovey-dovey person either.
You mentioned that you are very open in your relationship, and does he know you're here?
Yeah.
Did you tell him what it was, or you're like,
yeah?
Okay, so I mean, like, you know exactly what it is, and he knows what it is. I mean, just go back to him and be like, hey, you know what? I heard from this guy, like, this is something that he does in his relationship. I would like to try this.
Yeah.
I mean, that's exactly what this show is for me, is I'm learning from people, but if you can learn something from me that can improve your relationship, then this is a win.
Yeah, because I never really thought about, I always think about what we can do together, but I never really thought about that. Like, dude, that'd be so awesome.
Yeah.
I would like to do that, I think. I should try that.
Well, just be open with him, and that's honestly probably one of the best things that I've ever done in my relationship. Because I used to hide my porn use. I'd be like, she'd be like, "Are you looking at?" Because she can tell like when I'm distant from her, when like I don't want to have sex with her because I'm like I'm drawing off the porn.
Does it bother her?
Oh yeah, when I was looking at for sure it would.
Does it still?
Well, I don't look at it anymore. No, I used to, but when I used to do it, I used to hide it, and now I don't hide. One, I don't hide it because I'm not doing it, but two, our relationship is so open that I'm like, I mean, she knows I go to the river, I look for booze. She knew that I was going to do the show. So all of that, you know, it's out on the open, but I don't feel, it's so funny because when you're hiding something, you almost want to keep on doing it because you are getting away with it. Yeah. And then once you're like, it's out in the open, you're like, oh, what's the fun?
I don't want to do it anymore.
Yeah, what's the fun of that now? It's like, it's over. It's like, that's not fun. So I did the same thing with like your relationship with your husband is like, hey, you know, you're completely open with him. Just express in a loving way what you're looking for and what you want, what you're feeling.
That's true.
And who knows, he may just surprise you.
I doubt
and put his hands all over you again.
Just kidding.
He'd be like, baby, and like touches you like, okay, I'm yours, take me, you know.
He's an easy read.
You know what? Most men are, though. That's the thing.
He's an easy read, but I love him.
Oh, that's fantastic.
I mean, I've never really felt the way I feel for him. I've never felt for any other man. It's weird. It's a strange connection.
Yeah.
It's like, it's a connection. It's nothing like nothing I've ever felt before, you know. And I think it is true that we had built it up to this friendship, to this bond, to this, like, I don't know. We are completely honest with each other. I'm not a cheater. He's not a cheater. I have no desire to cheat, and for the most part, I don't think he does either. He can watch porn, he can do whatever he wants, and he don't really want to.
Yeah.
Like, he loves to watch porn, and that doesn't bother me. But
do you watch porn too?
Yeah, I've started to. I used to kind of be, why you watching that, you know? But I've got
a lot of women do. I found a lot of our guests are
I'm like, why am I getting mad? Like, if just because it's not something that I get turned on by, I'll watch it. I'll critique it.
Oh, there you go. Yeah.
I'm just,
you know,
I talk through it, and I think that bugs him.
He's like, shut up, I'm watching this. Yeah.
I just hate the way they sound. They're just so fake.
Oh, it's so fake. That's why I stopped watching it, you know. It's funny, but a lot of women do watch it, and a lot of the women say the same thing too that we've had on the show. It's like, you know, it's fake, but some of them will try to like find amateur stuff that's like real people that like uploaded their like tapes and stuff like that, and I'm like, what?
That's so raunchy.
Well, we had one guest on here, and she was saying that she films herself with her boyfriend, and the only one that she watches is, it's not really porn, it's just them. She watches their own sex tapes.
That's funny because I tried doing that the other night.
Oh, okay.
Right? And I pulled out the camera, and he was done. He was like, and he's the one that always is like, let's make porn. And I pulled out the camera and I set it up, and he was like, I can't.
Performance anxiety.
And I'm like, oh my gosh.
Wow.
Comes down to it. I was liking it.
You were ready to go.
It. Yeah. And he was like, nope.
Wow, that's interesting.
Don't show my face.
Oh, who are you going to show this to?
I know, like.
I mean, you're not you're going to post it on the internet or go to your girlfriends and be like, hey, you want to see me, my old man? You know.
It's funny. I couldn't get a good angle. I'm gonna have to get a tripod or something and hide the camera. Now I'm like, I'm gonna have to hide the camera.
There's a tripod right there.
That's so funny. I'm gonna hide the camera.
You're gonna hide the camera on.
Yeah.
So much for an open relationship. We're honest about everything. Oh, by the way, I've recorded you last night. You know.
That's so weird to say, but gosh.
Oh, that's funny.
If I want to watch my own porn, have to hide
You
the
have
camera.
to. Yeah. You know, that's so funny when I. So I did this. I was so juvenile. So when we were dating, my wife and I, when I had moved to California, I lived just like a half mile away, and I was at her house all the time. And this is before like iPhones. This is a long time ago. This is probably like, I don't know, early 2000s, 2007, something like around there. So anyway, I had a camera, and she's like, I'm gonna go take a shower. I'm like, oh, hang on, I gotta go to the restroom real quick. So I put my camera in the restroom because I wanted to see. I hadn't seen her naked. So I'm like, oh, this is driving me crazy. We're not gonna get married for like, another 4 months. And like, I can't wait, because I wanted to see her naked. She found the camera, and it was over.
Burn.
Oh, it was such a burn. She was like, she was like, you violated my trust. I can't believe you do this. I'm like, honey, I just want to see you naked. I think you're gorgeous. And she's like, no, we gotta wait until we're married. And I'm like, oh God, like I'm just like I ruined this. We're not gonna get married now.
Going to hell.
Yeah. Well, she found it before she ever got in the shower. So I mean, nothing ever was recorded. But the fact that I did it was like such a sleazy move.
Where'd you hide it?
Like in the open, like right there between the towels. Like show the towel rack. It's like right there, like right at chest level. Because all I wanted to see was her boob. Right?
No, they have these cameras that look like chargers.
Well, now they do, yeah.
So crazy.
But I mean, here I am. Like, all I want to do is like see boobs. It's like this like pathetic. This grown man who's like so pathetic in his desires that he's like trying to like steal something from his wife to be, rather than just like be honest with her, like, hey, this is what I'm feeling. I was like that.
He knew that she was gonna say no.
Well, of course she would have said no. I mean, that's just like the environment that we were living in.
I was not raised in a religious household, so I mean.
But even then, people that claim that they're religious, that doesn't stop them.
No.
You know what I mean? And so it's just like we were holding on to these high moral ideals.
I think that's really cool.
And I mean, I'm not saying it's bad or good. I'm just saying like that's what we did. And but it caused a lot of pain and friction also in the relationship too, because it's like there's these rules that were being broken. These rules that like you violated my rule. My rule is that I don't show myself until I'm married. And here I am trying to sneak in there and do that. So I'm like, okay, I understand that aspect. she's showing me her finger. She's doing the shame finger at me. Shame.
Shame on you.
And so, I mean, now it's like, hey, I want to see you. Great, come on over. It's like, that's how she is.
She made you work for it, and that's something that I regret not doing.
Yeah.
Is not making them work for it harder.
But you know what though? I mean, there may be some truth in that. But you also said something too. Is that you said you were very. I don't think you said these exact words, but you said that you felt like insecure in your own skin or with your body and the way it looked. Just to find that someone found you attractive enough.
Oh yeah.
I'm sure it also does something for you as well.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, because I didn't really get into makeup and stuff till I was a little older.
Yeah.
I was a tomboy kind of,
okay,
and just plain, and I don't know. I was uncomfortable in my own skin all the time. I didn't want to play sports because I didn't want to look a certain way in front of people. And
yeah.
I don't know, and I regret all that. I wish I would have done more. That's
the whole thing. Like. We have these desires inside of us, and we're just like, I want to be and do more, but we're afraid or we're ashamed or we're just, we're
what people are going to think.
Exactly. And until you can get past what other people think, then you're really stuck in a prison created by your own mind.
My daughter's having that problem right now. She's self-cautious, and she thinks this or thinks that, and she's just she's talking shit about girls at school, and then the girls are hitting her up, you know, and it's like, don't you say nothing about nobody, and don't you be arguing with those girls, because the best thing you can do is say nothing. And I think she did, and it worked.
So my daughter's going through that same thing right now, where she hates these girls. I'm like, why do you hate these girls? I'm like, she's jealous. She's jealous of their body type. She's jealous of the fame and popularity that they have.
Yeah.
And I'm like, honey, that's reality. Like, we all went through this. Like me, your mom, everybody. I mean, you're telling me this as well. And so it's like, it's crazy, Katlyn, that we're seeing our own insecurities play out in our children.
Oh my God, and it's sad.
Yeah,
it's very sad. I pray that the kids weren't real bad when I was in school.
No.
Not to me, anyways. I mean, there was some bad kids, but the kids are brutal nowadays.
Mm-hmm.
They are very, very brutal. And
I wonder if that drives women into activity sooner.
Oh,
because
sure
they're
it
looking
does.
for that safety
Absolutely.
net of like, oh my God, you find me attractive? Okay, I'll give it up. Let's go.
Well, absolutely. And then there's ones that are just giving it up to everybody, and it's like, oh, this. Then they just don't know what they're losing, you know.
Right.
And they're so. They need that attention so much that it's sad. My daughter, she hasn't started her period yet, so she's not. But she's getting into boys, and she's getting curious, and she watches all this shit on the internet and all, you know. She don't like cuss, you know, she's not a cusser. She's a good girl.
Yeah, sounds like it.
She's a good girl. She's an amazing artist. She's an amazing artist.
That's interesting. It sounds a lot like my girl. My daughter is into anime. She does like she wants to cuss. She's like, Dad, I heard you say damn the other day. Can I say damn since you said it? I'm like, honey, if I'm saying it, you can say it. But don't just, judge base your language on what you hear other people say. Base it on what you feel.
Yeah. My daughter, she cut off one of her friends because all she wants to do is cuss. All she wants to do is cuss. It's like she wants to be like all, like
a bad girl.
Yeah. And then she's like, I don't really like that. She said,
wow.
I gave her props
You're
for
like
that.
proud mom moment, yeah.
Yeah, I'm like, you go, girl.
That's
Hell
cool.
yeah.
That's awesome. Well, hey, I just want to. I thank you for being on our show. I'm sure a lot of our value, there's a lot of value that was dropped here for our listeners on both ends. I learned some stuff as well.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, it's my pleasure.
It was pretty cool.
Thanks for checking out this episode of Topless Talk. Be sure to subscribe wherever you heard this podcast so you never miss a future episode. For more information or to connect with Ryan, check him out on Instagram at ToplessTalk. Thanks again for tuning in, and we'll see you next time.